Hi, this is Joe Bruzek from Cars.com. This is the 2013 Porsche 911. Now, we've tested the 911 a few times since it was redesigned in 2012, but this one's unique. This is the all-new Carrera 4, and the 4 is all-wheel drive model. More specifically, this is the 4S with the more powerful 400 horsepower 6-cylinder engine. Now, what also differentiates this from the others we've tested is this has the manual transmission, the 7-speed manual transmission. All the others we've had are automatics, the very quick shifting PDK automatic. Now, as you can also see, this is the convertible, the Cabriolet. So let's put all that together. This is the 2013 Porsche 911 Carrera 4S Cabriolet. In addition to all-wheel drive, the 4's rear wheels are wider, the rear fenders are wider as well, and the rear track is wider. Now, in addition to that, there are minor styling changes. In the back, there's a light strip that connects the rear taillights, and up front, the grills are a little different. On the inside, there's an all-wheel drive indicator that shows where the power is going between the front and rear wheels. Now, the main bias is towards the rear, and power is sent to the front when needed. Porsche says that the all-wheel drive system in the 4 has increased limits of handling compared to the two-wheel drive. The 911 Cabriolet's drop-top experience is amazing for many reasons. Most of all, this is still the same sports car as the coupe. It drives very similar. You have the great dynamics, the great chassis, amazing engine, sound. It's just a really good convertible package. And adding on top of that is the power cloth roof, which lowers in 13 seconds, as well as the automatic wind deflector that pops up at the press of a button. There's no fussing around with a manual one that requires multi-piece configuration, just one button and that's it. Sooner or later, you're gonna have to put the top up. Now, that's not a bad thing because this top-up experience is pretty good. The soft top keeps out a lot of wind and road noise, and almost better than some hardtop convertibles like the Mercedes SL 550. Now, with a lot of soft tops, you have decreased visibility out the back, and that's no different with the 911. The rear visibility, the roof is very intrusive, and it takes a lot of second glances to make sure that that blind spot is clear. But of course, to solve that problem, you just put the top down. Enjoy the sweet, sweet sounds of that optional sports exhaust. Most convertibles are touring oriented, so you won't see many manual transmissions in convertibles. This is obviously an exception, and the 7-speed manual transmission is something unique. Now, the new 2014 Corvette will also have a 7-speed manual transmission, but the 911 had it first. And it works really well. 7th gear is up and to the right of the normal 6-speed gear pattern, and it's not as a dramatic rev reducer like you would think. You know, I initially thought you put it in 7th gear and the car would just fall on its face. It's all for fuel economy, but that's not the case at all. It's a very natural progression from 6th to 7th gear. And that 7th gear is actually blocked out when you go from 4th to 5th, so you don't accidentally shift into 7th. So Porsche's automatic option is really fast. It's actually a few tenths of a second faster than the manual transmission in 0 to 60 miles an hour. But this is still good for 0 to 60 miles an hour in 4.5 seconds for the Carrera 4S Cabriolet. Also unique to this 911 compared to others that we've tested, this had winter tires. Now, I'm sure the winter tires would have been great with the all-wheel drive in about that much snow, but we really want to test this with summer tires. Now, it probably contributed to how smooth of a ride this had. It seemed a little smoother than other 911s we've tested, and it gave that kind of touring feel to it, even though we know the 911 is a genuine sports car. We've tested a base Carrera with summer tires in the Cabriolet form that proved to be just as sports car-like as the coupe. Convertibles are more often than not more about the touring experience of driving through the countryside with the top down, going to the beach, going for a picnic, and all of that. It's rare that you find one that's convertible and as much as a sports car as the 911. It bucks that trend that a convertible can't be a sports car. It also takes a lot of bucks to get to that point. Hi, this is Joe Bruzek from Cars.com. This is the 2013 Porsche 911. Now, we've tested the 911 a few times since it was redesigned in 2012, but this one's unique. This is the all-new Carrera 4, and the 4 is all-wheel drive model. More specifically, this is the 4S with the more powerful 400 horsepower 6-cylinder engine. Now, what also differentiates this from the others we've tested is this has the manual transmission, the 7-speed manual transmission. All the others we've had are automatics, the very quick shifting PDK automatic. Now, as you can also see, this is the convertible, the Cabriolet. So let's put all that together. This is the 2013 Porsche 911 Carrera 4S Cabriolet. In addition to all-wheel drive, the 4's rear wheels are wider, the rear fenders are wider as well, and the rear track is wider. Now,